Hello, welcome to That Nigerian show, and I'm your host, Amadi Emmanuel. It's been over 500 days since 234 girls were abducted in Chibok town of Borno State in the northeastern part of Nigeria. Moreover, dastardly acts of terrorism have been recorded across the length and breadth of the northern part of Nigeria. For a country with over 160 million citizens, 234 doesn't seem enough numbers to provoke the right military intervention to eradicate this violent entities and bring back our girls. It is for this reason that a peaceful protest was held at the Nigerian High Commission in London. That Nigerian TV was there, and here are excerpts from the event.
Nigerian lives matter. Nigerian lives matter. Nigerian lives matter. We are with the bagger. 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 Nigerian lives matter. Nigerian lives matter. Nigerian lives matter. Nigerian lives matter. All lives matter. All lives matter. African lives matter. African lives matter. Up, up, Niger. Down, down, terror. Up, up, Niger. Down, down, terror. Up, up, Niger.
Down, down, terror!
Down, down, terror. Down, down, terror. Down, down, terror. We are with the bagger. 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 Up, up, Niger. Down, down, terror. Down, down, terror. Nigerian lives matter. Nigerian lives matter. Nigerian lives matter. Nigerian lives matter. Bring back our girls. 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 Bring back our girls.
I just want to say one more time a big thank you to everyone here. Just keep moving around. 2 o'clock we're going to have a minute silence for the 2,000 dead in Baga. But please keep sharing, keep taking pictures, keep trying to get the word as far as possible. All the information is on these little flyers, so make sure you get one. It's really important. It's an overwhelming amount of support that your action of just being here on a Sunday morning means a lot. And thank you to all the speakers. But yeah, keep sharing, and at 2 o'clock I'm going to make another announcement. And if you're going to stand, can you stand within or as close to the barrier as possible? Thank you.
What you like the protest to achieve? Even though you're one of the people that started this, what exactly do you want to protest?
Well, I mean, I think there's a number of different things. I think mainly with young people and mainly with the diaspora, I think it's important. The part of the democratic process is that we rally, is that we come together on issues affecting the loss of life and affecting our communities, whether or not it's like in affluent areas, but more specifically, it's more important in areas that just don't have a voice, don't have the means. I think that's mainly one of the main things we want to get out of today. And also, I want the people, whether or not they're here, but I do want the people of Baga and those regions that have been affected to know that people in the UK, Nigerians, British people, different nationalities all came together to rally, to try and give them a voice. However far that gets, that's not entirely up to me, but there were press here today. There was CNN, there was London Live, there were people from ITV. I'm going on the BBC later on today. So hopefully it's just getting the word out that that's quite important. And I think those actions can hopefully help to put pressure on the electorate in regards to issuing a response and doing something about it.
So what do you think about the lack of coverage, I would say, from British media?
I mean, I think there was initially a lack of coverage, but afterwards there was coverage from the British media. I'm more concerned with the lack of coverage from the African media, from the Nigerian media, because I think it's like a knock-on effect. If the Nigerian press don't cover it, then you can't expect the British press to cover it, because they only get their information from press. That's kind of how it works, you know. But I mean, also in those areas, it's the area occupied is like the size of Belgium. It's the combined size of Belgium. There's no military presence, so by default, the press aren't going to go to an area that's not safe.
Yeah.
The humanitarian effort can't be carried out because it's not safe. So I mean, ultimately, it's a duty of care. The most populous country in Africa that spends 20% of its budget on the military should be able to protect its civilians. I mean, that's what the army's for. And in just regard to lack of coverage, I mean, such events like this is to raise awareness, not just for the Nigeria, but like everyone who's walked past today receiving flyers, because any loss of life, whether Nigerian or not, you know, is equally as important.
So that marks the end of the Nigerian Lives Matter rally, which took place actually at the Nigerian embassy, the Nigerian consulate right in front of it. And you saw a massive turnout of people, and it was quite a success. Several speakers from different parts of Nigeria and Britain, they came and spoke about, you know, the terrorism that's happening in Nigeria. Well, this is one more outcry from the Nigerian people to the government saying, secure our people. Nigerian lives do matter. Security is your number one responsibility, and you have to take it quite seriously. Well, I remain your host, Ahmad Emmanuel, and this is That Show, That Nigerian TV. God bless.
Yeah. Ice Prince. Ice Prince, man.